Hey there, I'm Jeff with The Simple Dollar, and today we're talking about personal loans. So what are they? Who are they best for? What can you expect in terms of some of the fees and interest rates? What are some of the popular alternatives to personal loans? And what are some of the best lenders out there right now? So that's what we're covering in today's video. Hopefully you find it helpful and I earn your thumbs up. You can also subscribe to our channel. We will be doing plenty more videos related to personal finance. We'll try to keep them short and sweet and very, very helpful. And I'll also link a bunch of resources for you down below in the description. So we've done explainer articles, we've done roundup lists. If you are going to do a personal loan, we have an entire article about the best lenders and the best options and best interest rates and all that. And so a bunch of stuff for you guys to check out down below in the description. But getting back to personal loans, let's talk about what they are. And the simplest answer is just it's a private loan to pay for something. So you get money up front and you agree to pay principal and interest over a set duration, usually 1 to 5 years. Now, typically people will get a personal loan to make a big purchase, to make some sort of upgrade to their home or remodel their home, or for debt consolidation. So if you have a number of different credit cards, you're paying close to 20% interest on them, you can get a personal loan to consolidate all that debt and theoretically pay it off faster because you have a much lower interest rate and you have one provider to pay, not multiple, because you don't have multiple credit cards anymore. Now the fees on a personal loan typically range from between 1 and 10%, and the rates are somewhere from 6 to 25%. Obviously 6% is really low, 25% is really high, but you can figure out your exact interest rate by checking different lenders and shopping around. And like I said, there's a lot of resources for you down below in the description. They are gonna heavily weigh your credit score, your debt to income ratio, and a bunch of other factors to figure out whether or not they want to lend to you. Now, as tempting as a personal loan might be, there are some other popular alternatives. And let's start with debt consolidation. One clever thing people do to pay down their debt faster is get a balance transfer credit card if you have good credit. And the short story on a balance transfer credit card is you take all your debt, you put it on one credit card, and typically there's a grace period. It's usually 9 to 18 months. And during that window, you pay 0% interest. So if you think you can pay off your debt that quickly, you may consider a balance transfer credit card because obviously you're not paying any interest. And we've done all sorts of guides on balance transfer credit cards, and I'll link a bunch of that information for you down below in the description. If you have really good credit and you plan to pay off your debt quickly, that might be a really good alternative. If you can't make that grace period, if you can't make that initial window, the interest rate is gonna be really high, and so you may actually consider a personal loan instead. Now, if you need the money to make some sort of upgrade or repair to your home, you can do a personal loan, but you might also consider a home equity loan or a home equity line of credit. Those are two really popular alternatives. Now, with a home equity loan, you're usually basically taking out a second mortgage. So it is secured, it's secured against your home, and therefore you're gonna get typically lower interest rates, somewhere between 4 and 6%, and you can pay that debt down over a longer duration. Remember, a personal loan is usually between 1 and 5 years, but with a home equity loan, you can pay it over a longer duration. So if you need to borrow a larger amount, then that home equity loan might make sense. There is also a home equity line of credit. It's a little bit more complicated. We have done guides on our website, and I'll link that down below in the description for you. So those are the main alternatives to getting a personal loan, aside from maxing out your credit cards. Now let's talk about who offers personal loans. So it used to be in the past that you could only get a personal loan, aside from friends and family, from a bank or a credit union. And it was a relatively intimate experience. If you had a relationship with a bank or a credit union, you would go in, see what their lending options were, and you would typically get some sort of secured loan, meaning you have your car or your home that's securing the actual personal loan that you're getting. Now you still have this option of going into a credit union or a bank, and some people really like that one-on-one lending experience. But in recent years, we've seen all sorts of fintech companies. So online lenders emerged like Lending Club and Payoff and SoFi and Lightstream. And these can be a really good option because they're very convenient. They have a quick approval process. I've found their rates to be competitive. I know a lot of people think that their interest rates are higher, but I found them to be basically in line with banks. So I think for a lot of people that need to consolidate debt or make a big purchase or just get any sort of personal loan, these online lenders are becoming a really good option. That said, you have to be very careful with who you borrow money from, generally speaking, but particularly online. There are a lot of predatory lenders online, a lot of people that are offering extremely high interest rates online. And so you have to go with a reputable source. Now we've done a guide to the best online lenders, and I'll link that down below in the description. I think you'll find it very helpful and they typically offer, from what I've seen, really attractive interest rates and great terms and all the other specifications of the loans. And that's about it. A personal loan is pretty simple. They're not right for everybody, but I think in some cases you can definitely use them to your advantage. Now, anytime you're borrowing money, you have to be very careful, very thoughtful, have a plan in place, and make sure it's the right option for you. And if you do still have any questions, you can feel free to email us or comment us below. Or like I said, there's so many more resources for you down below in the description and on our website, The Simple Dollar. That's it. I hope you enjoyed the video and I hope it earned your thumbs up. Have a great day.